Hello, world, and welcome back to one of my hopefully inspiring videos. Um, Today, I want to talk about the exhaustion of doing good in a world of uncaring. You know, caring can just exhaust you to a point where you just can't sleep at night. You don't feel like you can walk another step, put another foot in front of the other. The things that I'm going to talk about may hit some people hard. Um, it may hit some people in a way that you can relate to what I'm trying to talk about. It just seems to me that the world just is just full of hate. It's full of exhausting no's. What I mean by that is nobody wants to help anymore. Nobody wants to have empathy because there's always something behind somebody's kindness. So I'm going to get into it. And hopefully, you feel this like I felt it when I was writing it. If I don't write it down, I'll forget. So it's better that I do that. Um, all right, here we go. There's a kind of kindness, that tiredness, that sleep cannot fix. It's not the tiredness of the body, it's the tiredness of the soul. It comes from loving when love is not returned, from giving when gratitude never comes, from helping when no one notices, from standing strong for others while quietly falling apart inside. I've been through a lot of those moments lately where I try to do God's bidding for people. Either they just don't see it, and on the other hand, the people that you're talking to try and help other people just don't care. It's exhausting. Maybe that's where you are today, because I know I am. Maybe you've spent years trying to be a light in a world that often is dark. It doesn't feel dark, it is dark. Everywhere you look, there's darkness. When you turn around, there's darkness behind you, in front of you, to the left of you, to the right of you. It's exhausting to do good in a world of uncaring. You've encouraged people, you've sacrificed, you've forgiven, you've prayed, you've given your time, your energy, most of all, your heart. And yet, lately, you find yourself just wondering, does any of this even matter? Am I making a difference? Why do I keep caring when so many seem not to care at all? If those thoughts have crossed your mind, this message is for you. The burden of compassion is heavy. Good people often carry responsibilities they were never meant to carry. They notice suffering. They feel deeply. They continue helping even when they're just exhausted. One of the greatest dangers facing good people is bitterness. Bitterness promises protection but steals joy. The world has enough bitter people. What it desperately needs are people who remain kind despite the disappointment. Imagine a lighthouse standing on a rocky shore. Storm after storm crashes against it. Yet, night after night, it shines bright, stands tall. The lighthouse doesn't force ships to follow it. It simply stands and shines. Think about that for a minute. The lighthouse does not force ships to follow it. A person with light that shines brightly doesn't force anyone to follow. Perhaps our calling is not to save everybody or everyone. Perhaps our calling is simply to shine like the lighthouse. Many of your greatest contributions may go unnoticed. It's okay. It really is. But when you feel invisible, it doesn't mean that you're insignificant. The roots of a tree are invisible, yet without them, the tree cannot stand. The farmer plants seeds and waits. Growth often happens underground before it appears above ground. It's just like life. Just like as you grow, your roots get stronger. They grow deeper. They grow deeper with goodness in mind and in your soul. The same is true with kindness. The same is true with love. The same is true with simply doing good. You have touched lives you may never know about. Your encouragement, your kindness, and your compassion create ripples that continue long after the moment has passed. Think about the ocean. There's movement. There's a ripple in the water. As you get further away from it, you can't see it any longer, but it keeps on moving. It's like a person showing compassion. May not be in front of you, but that ripple of compassion keeps on moving. Resting is not quitting. Even the strongest people need renewal. Even nature has seasons of rest. If you're exhausted today, perhaps your soul needs restoration, not surrender. Your great victory may not be changing the world. Your greatest victory may be refusing to let the world change you. Read that again. Your greatest victory may be refusing to let the world change you. Let's refuse to become bitter. Let's refuse to stop caring. Let's refuse to stop loving. You know, one day, I feel this in my soul, that our story will be remembered not by possessions nor titles, but by the lives we live and by the lives that we touch, by the lives that we've made a difference in. You know, sometimes we do feel unnoticed. Sometimes we feel forgotten. And I know a lot of times I feel exhausted. Exhausted by people that do not care. Exhausted by not understanding why they just can't see the light. Why they think they're more important than others. It's exhausting. Always remember that your kindness matters. Always remember your compassion matters. Always remember that your faithfulness matters. Never allow an uncaring world to convince you to stop caring. You know, the exhaustion that we feel, it's not proof that our goodness has failed. It's proof that we've been carrying something precious, something godlike. I want to thank you all for continuing to choose kindness. Thank you for continuing to choose love. Thank you for continuing to choose hope in a world that seems like it has none. We need to keep shining, for the world needs our light more than ever. More than ever, this world needs us to keep shining, to keep going, to keep standing, to keep our light shining bright through every storm, through every time something hits us straight on, to keep loving, to keep caring, to make the right choices. Yes, exhaustion sets in. I'm here to tell you, exhaustion sets in. You know, you go to work, you go there to try and make a difference, a positive difference in at least one person's life. You try to explain to others that it means more to care, to show empathy, love, joy, and happiness to those who keep your doors open. For without them, your doors will close. Exhaustion sets in because everyone's hearts are closed. Everyone thinks they're more important than everybody else. For those of you who make decisions that will impact somebody's life, for those of you who make decisions that impact others' families, whether it be their wives, their husbands, their children, their moms, their dads. Open your heart. Open your heart. And understand that making the right choice is more important than anything else that you will ever do in your life. I tell you all, as I always do, I love you all. If my videos help in any way, I ask only this, that you share them to others who need inspiration, to others who need love, to others who just need something positive. Please share, like. All right, y'all. Peace. Once again, I love you.